As concerned as we ought to be with association, most adults don't even really know what a true friend is. And so I'll ask, I say, what is a true friend to you? What do you think is a true friend? Give me a definition. Give me several definitions. And they'll start throwing them out there, but they'll always put this one in. A true friend, they say, is someone who accepts me as I am. And I always stop there and say, that's dangerous garbage to believe. But a true friend is someone who accepts me as I am. Hey, you guys, the kid who works the drive-thru at McDonald's accepts us as we are, because he don't care nothing about us. A true friend is someone who holds us to a higher standard. A true friend is someone who expects us to do what we said we were going to do, when we said we were going to do it, on the timetable that we said. A true friend is like a good tennis partner. You know, you play good tennis partner, your game rises to that level. Life is the same way. A true friend will tell you the truth. Hopefully with tact, sometimes maybe not, right? But this is a true friend, and that's associations, you know. And one of the truths that Jones told me was about reading. You know, I told you I would become a Sports Illustrated guy, and I remember what I said to him when I got the books, because I'll urge you, this is the second part of seeking wisdom, and that is what you read, what you watch, what you listen to in your free time. And a lot of times people say, well, I don't have any free time. Well, I mean, then what we throw in there to bombard our brains when we're doing other things. Because many of us leave the radio on while we're doing something. We leave the television on while we're doing something. You know, many of us read just to zone out. But I'm talking about living your life with purpose. See, and look, I know, yeah, I mean, you're always talking about reading. And I know, you know, I'm an author and I'm a speaker and I'm bound to have tons of CD packs and books, and I do, all right? But I'm not telling you you need to read my stuff. I am telling you you need to read somebody's stuff. You know, find somebody that will bore you to tears, right? Find somebody you can listen to and learn. I mean, Patsy's awesome. Patsy's got a book called Kaleidoscope out right now. I mean, all these ladies, like they're life's lessons in this, and to be purposeful. I remember telling Jones, I said, well, you know, I don't really like to read. And he said, yeah, what's that got to do with anything? And I said, what? He said, so you don't like to read. What's that got to do with anything? And I said, well, you know, I'm not the fastest reader in the world. I'm not really interested. I don't read a lot. He said, yeah, okay, what's that got to do with anything? And see, I understand now what he said, because when I said, what are you talking about? He said, look, I didn't ask if you like to read. I just expect you to understand the statistics about reading. See, people who read make more money. People who read have a lower divorce rate. People who read have fewer problems with their children. People who read make better leaders in their communities and in their churches. People who, and he listed this whole bunch of things. He said, so whether you want to do it or not, or whether you like to do it or not, what's that got to do with anything? He said, I'm assuming you'd like to make a better living for the family you're going to have one day. I'm assuming you'd like to make a better husband for the wife you're going to have one day. I'm assuming you'd like to make a better daddy for the kids you're going to have one day. And I'm assuming you'd like to have something to say, because you say you want to be speaking. He said, so whether you want to read or not, what's that got to do with anything? And I understand now, that's discipline. That's discipline. Can you make yourself do something you don't necessarily want to do to get a result you would like to have? See, even seeking wisdom takes discipline. And most people think of discipline as something tough, something that they don't want to do. I want you to think of discipline as what you do want to do. Because who cares what you don't want to do? The question is, what do you want? What is it that you want bad enough to be, to do, to have? What is it that you want that would make you do something you don't want to do? You understand what I'm saying? I mean, I'm an author, and people say, oh, it must be wonderful to be a New York Times best-selling author and have a love for the written word. It makes me laugh, because I don't have a love for the written word. I mean, I don't love to write. I mean, get this, I don't even like to write. I like having written. And I like being through with it. But do I like to write? No. I like having books. I like making my living that way. I like giving books away. I give them away on airplanes all the time. I say, oh, you'll like this. My wife loves this author. But do I like to write? No. Every time I sit down in front of the computer, there's only 20 or 30 things I can think of I'd rather be doing. But that's not the question. The question is what to do. I want, see, we got to be very purposeful in what we watch and what we listen to. Because it's shocking how much is in there that we never intended to be in there. Oh, watch this, watch this. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz.
Oh, what a relief it is.
2 all beef patties.
Special sauce, plus cheese, please.
Watch this, you'll love this one. Here's the story. Just sit right back and you'll hear the tale of. See, it's amazing. Isn't this amazing? I mean, it's shocking how much is in there. We never intended. My little boy, my 8-year-old, the other day, Adam asked me, he said, Dad, have you ever heard of anybody called Underdog? And I'm thinking, Underdog. I hadn't heard of him in 35 years, but you mean when criminals in this world appear and do the things we all